angels, it's Alyssa from Holistic Angels here to do our weekly card reading. And there has been a little bit of stress energy. I'm not going to lie to you. I think a lot of you already know that. You probably may well have picked up on that if you are intuitive, empathetic person, psychic person. I really believe that, we've just had a summer solstice, the winter solstice, depending on which part of the hemisphere you are at. And with each shift, I kind of feel like sometimes things are brought to the surface. So yes, it's a new beginning, but also there can sometimes be things that maybe we haven't dealt with that we want to, that are brought back up. So it could be things on a personal level. Of course, it affects global energy as well. And so I thought to myself, okay, if this is a bit of stress energy going around, what kind of guidance can I personally give to you before we call in, the divine? And really, one of the things I love to do when I'm really feeling that way is there is a beach not far from where I live. And when it's sunny and glorious, the beach is sunny and glorious. And when the weather's not so good, the beach is a bit damp and muddy. But on this beach is a huge rock, and this rock gives off this energy. You can feel it buzzing. I call it the Reiki rock because it has that healing energy on it. I've never met a rock. I've never met a rock like this. I've never noticed a rock like this. And so that is where I go to if I'm feeling stressed, to just rejuvenate myself. Also in nature you could go to, but I really feel like the healing energies of the waters are something that can really help cleanse and refresh us. So whether that's you listen to some wave music, or you try and get down to a stream or a river or a beach, even if you have to drive or take some transport in some way, just to rejuvenate yourself in the water's healing energies. Our planet is made up mostly of water. Our bodies are made up mostly of water. And so when we connect to that element, I feel like it really helps to cleanse and refresh us. So with that in mind, I thought we would use the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle cards. These are created by Doreen Virtue. Every reading that we do, I always put a link in the description box below where you can get these cards yourself if you want to check them out. I love working with the mermaid energy. The mermaid energy for me represents this, it can be feminine or masculine. It's not really, I don't find it's gender based. It's more, mermaid energy is more, there's the part of it that's a relaxing and calming part, but mermaids can, a bit like the fairy realm, sometimes be a bit mischievous. And I think it's a lot of assertiveness actually as well that comes through with mermaid energy. That energy isn't a passive energy. When I talk about mermaids, when I talk about fairies and energies, I'm really talking about the kind of vibration that energy carries. And so the mermaid energy is very assertive, is very straight to the point, but at the same time knows when to rest and retreat and to relax. So without further ado, let us get into our reading. I'm going to pull 3 cards to symbolize the beginning, the middle, and the end of the week. So there's our second card. And the third and final card, mermaids, straight to the point. What did we say? Okay, so let's see what comes up for the beginning of the week. It says explore your options. There's a baby mermaid on this one. And it says it's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Are you at a point in your life right now where you have to make some changes in your life? And this can seem daunting. It could be a business that you've been working on that isn't working anymore. It could be a relationship that you're in that isn't, maybe you're not both on the same page. It's not talking about just walking away from these things. It's saying explore your options, keep an open mind, do some research, look at other possibilities. It makes me also think a bit of the 7 of Cups in tarot, where you have all these options, and that's more like you're on its basic level, that you're not picking one and rolling with it. This is asking you to just take some time to explore the different options, to do some research. That may sound boring, a boring way to start off your week, but honestly, doing that groundwork to begin with is going to put you in a more empowered and centered place as you move forward. And really working with exploring your opportunities. Don't just settle for the first thing that comes along. Really think deeply about things. Not procrastination, but just, you know, a mature way of thinking about life. The middle of the week brings us the card Wait. It says, don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. This just reiterates the beginning of the week. Wait. Please have some patience. It's not so much patience about your manifestations coming into fruition, although, yes, that's always great to have patience in those circumstances. But this is saying, if you've been offered an opportunity, for example, and it sounds great, just wait. Okay, it's not about kind of dangling a carrot for other people, and it's not about being unreachable by people, right? You don't want to, you know, annoy people this week, but at the same time, you have to consider very carefully what you want. I did a post earlier last week that was talking about, you know, when I was a teenager, I found it very, very hard to make decisions. It was chronic procrastination. It got to the point where I couldn't decide which film I wanted to see with my friends, or I couldn't order off the menu, or any decision I couldn't make for myself. And I found it really hard. And when I really dug into why that was, it turned out that the fear that I had was the fear of getting the answer wrong, the fear of disappointing other people or letting them down. So what did I do as a teenager? I changed my kind of stance completely, and I started to make really fast decisions, thinking that that made me decisive. But actually, as I've kind of journeyed a bit deeper now onto my path, I've realized that being decisive doesn't mean that you have to make those hard and fast decisions straight away. Okay, it's again about research, about looking into what's right for you, taking that time. Wait, just hold on a little bit. If the people around you are not going to give you the time to think through carefully, if it's a contract you've got to sign, then you have to kind of question why they aren't giving you that time to think. You know, so just be very assertive in the middle of the week. You know, if something comes along, just say, okay, yeah, I'm going to think about that. That's completely your prerogative to do that. Don't feel afraid to make people wait a little bit. And as we move into the end of the week, it says, set your sights higher, increase your standards, and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Don't settle. This is a time in your life now where you may be thinking that you want more out of life, not in this greedy way, but just like you have the experience, you have the talents, you have the skills, and actually you want to be recognized for those things. And that is completely, again, like you know, your prerogative. That's completely something that you deserve, that everybody deserves to be recognized for the shining divine spark of light that they are. But it's saying reevaluate your goals and dreams. Are you setting the bar high enough? Or are you just thinking, well, this is all I can achieve right now? Allow yourself to dream big, big, big. Don't put those blockers in. I mean, like, go crazy with your dreams. You know, really think about, you know, people say, oh, I couldn't imagine it in my wildest dreams. Start imagining it. Where do you want to live? What do you want your lifestyle to be like? How many people do you think you're able to help? Maybe you think you can only reach a few people with your message right now, but actually it could be thousands, it could be millions of people. Don't put a blocker on your dreams, especially if you're comparing it to your past results. They're your past results, and you've learned from them. Okay, you know, we say that we learn from failure, and that is so true. It's not failure unless you give up, right? There's another saying. So really set your sights higher, allow yourself to dream big, explore all your options, and make people wait a little bit this week. You don't have to be reactive to everybody all the time. If people are expecting that of you, then just be assertive and say, look, I can't be reactive to you all the time. I have my own dreams to kind of build and grow, but at the same time, don't be too aloof. Okay, it's finding that balance between wanting to work with people and being really listening to them and really being present with them, but at the same time just maintaining a bit of your own you know, your own needs, and really just balancing that out. So I hope that this reading has made sense for you this week, and that you've enjoyed working with the mermaid realm. I really do encourage you to just get near some water, have a salt bath, have a healing, cleansing shower, or dip your feet in the sea if you can. That would be amazing, and that would be awesome. And so until we speak again next week, I'm wishing you all the best for this week. I'm sending you love, blessings, joy, healing energy coming through, and have a great week. Lots of love, Alyssa.